levels of success doing such a deep run to that second place in the end, but NAVI have been able to toil away, right? They know if this map was left open, Heretics were going to walk into it, but this composition, Josh, I don't know where I sit on the Jet here, I don't know how I feel, but I guess the proof's in the pudding, right? We get to see it quite clearly.
We're going to have to see a lot of mid here. I have no idea what they're going to do with the Jet otherwise, but I mean, they're using it in pistol round, going straight towards market for an early B split.
Again, in my eyes as well, love to see Artis in that role. Always been a pleasure, so hope to see a kind of rollback almost of what he can achieve. A little uncomfy on the first shot, but already kind of slipping the net and isolating those 3 players dedicated towards that B site. So, see how Heretics approaches this. And so far, it's just a brawl through towards market. 1-for-1 trade out, Woods there to find Artis, and all looking pretty comfortable, at least with that first approach here. But Na'Vi holding a fair bit of territory, no spike down just yet. He ends, though, very good position here.
A little pause in the round as the spike gets planted. That's a huge shock.
Damn, that's ridiculous. Not only does it find Sugetsu, but look at the state of Zipan. 11 HP, and he's going to have to get the timing just right for even a chance at this. Doesn't go fully around the world. Does take down. Whoa, I thought there was a chance in a second. Boo's not going to let that happen. Diffuse going to come in, and Heretics, I mean, even the devs are talking about it. They don't lose pistols, apparently, no matter the odds, so... Going to start things off well here, but we discussed this before it started when we saw the agents lock in. This is surely going to be a whole lot of middle when you've got a Jet coming out, and we already saw it.
It's one of those things where it's like you have basically a month off. You get to decide what you want to do. You get to watch Heretics play like 18 million different matches, and you see exactly how they play. They realize, hey, look, it's like Genji. He's usually around like Spawn, playing the retake. Let's go try to abuse that, get Artis in their face, do a market split. And it looked good for a little bit, but Heretics so good, just re-clearing together.
Yeah, really nice little bit of synergy, seeing the boys all back together. Obviously, Patatek, wonderful stand-in. Could not fault his performance by any means, but seeing the 5 here and almost kind of a glimpse of things to come with that Neon coming out here. Curious to see how good Heretics become with that patch adjustment, but back to what we expected, but more of a casual start here for Na'Vi. Obviously, with just those pistols, we do have a couple of Sheriffs making their debut, coming out Artis, Angel, and Zipan with that. See if they can do some damage. But on the Heretics side, you should be very much on red alert here. Shouldn't be taking too many risks.
Here.
I wonder if Na'Vi right now is just trying to make every map Ascent for them. Like, we're so good on this map. Let's try to make like everything be this map. Get the Sheriff out on Artis. Let him walk around the map, look for an opening at mid. Again, I think this is something that we're going to look forward to for the entire map, basically.
And I also want to see how well Artis gets played in as well, right? You know, how well does he get set up to succeed? You can't argue that Na'Vi have any slouches when it comes to that either. You look at who can be the supporting act. There are some brilliant players in that regard. But again, we'll see how that goes forward, because this isn't the round to be seeing. This should be Heretics keeping them very much at bay. That's huge. Lovely. This will clear into middle. Heretics not letting them get any sort of fun here. And that's all the Sheriffs gone without even a touch of damage achieved. So Xiao and Sugetsu might just have to face the music here.
left.
Again, even seeing how well considered Boo's playing, sitting super deep, giving up space here, knowing they pretty much got them pinned in here. As long as Wu doesn't kind of lose his head, no, he should be fine. Boo on the deeper angle. Bit more of a fair fight at least. Well, I say that. Boo sharp as ever. And Xiao feeling like a formality, and they've got it. Heretics strong start here, clean in the second with an Andalusia flawless.
Nice little convergence there at middle. Utilizing all the abilities, the Sova Dart, the Neon Stun.
That was a nice little bit of work, right?
And then moving together, that was great. Speaking of supporting Artis, though, I do wonder how the new coach shift for Na'Vi is going to play into things. Kind of like, was Doombros, was he a problem necessarily, or was he not the problem, but he just wasn't the solution? What kind of led to that decision? What are we going to see different from this version of Na'Vi that we haven't seen previous?
That is such a curious thing. I don't think we'll be able to see everything, but already seeing this composition here, maybe a little telling. It's hard to know because it's not like Angel won't have a strong voice, but back into this bonus round, we've got to focus on what Heretics can achieve. Already Miniboo with success. Takes away Artis and falls away. That's the tip of the spear blunted, and now the rest of Na'Vi has to work forward without him. This becomes difficult. Now, a little bit of a mid presence, yeah, from Sugetsu, but I want to see if any of them get threatened on the cross if they need it. Now, actually, very heads-up work from Heretics to replay with that out drone.
Destroyed.
think they seem very aware. Yeah, noting Sugetsu, but still a fantastic shot and a follow-up. Sugetsu outdoing his expectations with a third. He had no right to that, but he just keeps succeeding. Now, Wu didn't get noted on the knife, so he gets a second lease of life.
No.
Does it right back to him, and now Zipan in a 1v2. Wu's just buying time. Beautifully done. And again, you'd think, watching what Sugetsu just did, that would be enough.
Anything you can do, I can do better. And that's a perfect display of that. I do wonder if that is the limitation of Navi's comp there. They had the knife up the entire time for the KO, but they weren't able to use it to find out where that player was on the site there. Wu is just able to kind of like dodge out a little bit.
Oh, that's very nice work there. Just watching this one back. God, ridiculous.
I think a little bit of a mistake in the scaling there as well, but instant fast play over at B.
Yeah, but stalled out. Stalled out, the paranoia, everything put in. Minibu still even has a stun in hand if he feels like he needs to slow the roll further, but they can't springboard. They've identified probably where Benji is playing, so they can lean a little heavier in towards this A site, but that one way is going to be sticking around. And again, this is an expensive clear just to get to this point. 3 players now on the A site, no lurk this time. I think Benji's cam's going to be keeping track of that regardless, so that's no problem there. And they've even spotted Sugetsu, so they're going to know that everyone's probably around this side. And it's all about patience here. Na'Vi probably going to test that a little bit. Still slowly building in. They don't have masses into this round, but they do have a couple of weapons here and there, so it's not out of the realms of reality. We could see some pressure. It looks like this is the go signal. Boo with a nice little angle to play from, and it's only Sugetsu to draw blood so far. That's Minibu going down. The follow-up on Rien's is something different, though. That gives them at least a plant.
2 versus 3, if they're able to recover some weapons as well, this is a very winnable situation here, but out of abilities for Na'Vi. Here comes the retake.
I like the Angels exploring CT a little bit, though, finding maybe a little bit of safety here to try and hold this post-plant a touch. Xiao going to keep their attention drawn, and Angel's going to punish Benji. Tap on the spike, but it's going to be continuing. They finally come off at the halfway point, and Boo's there. Again, it got threatening, but Boo is just the full stop to all of their sentences. He's not letting anything slip.
That was a very wide swing towards the end there, and I think the second part of the wide swing is supposed to be that you shoot back, and I was waiting for that to happen, but yeah, I mean, that round got a little dangerous.
Absolutely.
I think one of the things Na'Vi was kind of sad about, though, was that as soon as they get KO ulti up on Zypan, they have to do an eco round, and right there you're like, okay, well, we can get the Guardian, we can get a few Sheriffs, but if they were able to fully invest either like a Stinger round and go at Benji, or even like save it for this round, do a rifle round and save it for Benji, but it looks like Team Heretics is trying to play like one step ahead. Oh, you're gonna go for Benji? We're playing 4 people on B with him.
You're absolutely on the money. Keep your eyes on that. No contact, no confirmation of attendance off the back of the knife, and look at what Heretics are up to. Already pressuring. Minibu's going walkabouts. Joined by Benji. Now, looking like the priority again for Na'Vi is going to be this A side. Boo's going to relinquish that control. He's going to sit pretty safe in CT, allow the rest of the map to be taken over. There's the ult. So again, having to respect this. Hunter's Fury on top, looking to focus out towards CT. Almost caught a tag there, but didn't quite get it, but it does secure at least the cross towards the site.
Space created off the back of that ult, but the space was already there.
Spike planted.
Tricky, but that's a great shot from Rien's. Starting things off well. Xiao now going to obviously bow down. We look for that follow-up. Where's the next step in this? Angel denying Minibu no trade. Ult popped off the back, paranoia going in, and the flashes are working out, but they still need to capitalize on the space that they've been garnering. Zipan still on the site, gets taken down, completely unaware, completely overwhelmed. And Artist, the last man alive, with a mountain to climb. He's taken a couple of steps, but it ain't gonna go the distance. Heretics again, staying alive, Diffuse is there, very controlled on the play back through.
When we take a look at a team like Team Heretics, like what makes them so strong, and it is the defense sides, it is when they get to do these gamble stacks, fake like they're in a certain position, and I thought Na'Vi had a really good read in this situation. Hey, we're gonna wait just a little bit, we're gonna let these guys get an aggressive position, there's gonna be one person here, we're gonna just send it on them, but Team Heretics with the retakes are so strong, and we're able to...
RV with a couple of other ults, but neither really can instigate much, so rough. Really, if you're an RV fan.
It's a little bit deceiving, though, because we've seen a pistol and 2 ecos out of Na'Vi so far. So only really, like, 1 gun round, 2, if you want to, like, count with all the ults there. So it's not the end of the world. It's definitely recoverable, but it has to start sometime soon. It can't be that there's another 3 rounds that go by before NAVI start picking up the first rounds, because by then it's just too many rounds far gone. But as you said, here come the Blade Storm on Artis. Let's see if he's able to make an impact here.
I wonder if Angel's noted any deeper presence from Heretics, right? We can already say they've kind of pushed out towards A a touch. I don't know if he's heard a step or just further invested utility for this 3-play stack. Going to be somewhat revealed, maybe not noting everyone. Re-smoke towards tiles.
Shadows.
NAVI looking like they want to head towards market. Rien's just shouldering it so far. Artis waiting. What's going to be the go signal here? A 3-2 split. Knife back on, Benji noted, time to go, and it's already Artis to get contact, but he doesn't draw blood, not the way he wanted, and it's just not going the way he wants. He does get the kill, but it gets traded out. Now you got to look towards the success on the site. The problem is the spike's been lost, and Woot's not letting them get any freedom on the site. Artis, yeah, you can go all the way around Pillar all you want, it doesn't matter. It's on Sugetsu, who needs nothing short of a miracle, but that's a good start. 25 seconds, though, how are you going to get past 3? Show me a little something here. I'm down to be on your side. It ain't gonna happen. Heretics again, very well equipped to handle with what NAVI are throwing at them.
And I think we aren't seeing anything too crazy from Team Heretics in terms of what we're expecting to see from them. It's pretty much, they're doing the standard stuff. We've seen it all throughout, pretty much all of stage 1 even, where NAVI, there's not so much that you have to, be surprised about when you see their setups with the Sova, with the Cypher towards B, the KO shifting over into spawn early on. Like, all of this is pretty normal. What we need to see from NAVI right now is them actually being able to connect shots, and it sounds really like boiled down as like an analysis, but realistically, like, we can't be missing jet knives like that, you know what I mean?
Careful here.
And you can see Heretics, I don't say this is just confidence, we saw them doing this quite early in the game, but they're starting to explore the map, right? It's, okay, you want to take middle? Cool, we'll take at least one of the extremities. We'll kind of counterbalance it that way. Now, NAVI is speeding this up, though. This is a much faster approach to testing in middle. But again, no reward for it just yet.
I mean, considering Team Heretics gives up middle most of the rounds anyways, it's surprising that NAVI hasn't explored either deeper up through top of middle towards CT spawn, and it's all this like slow play towards market. They know that that's what's going to be defended, but here we're seeing a little bit of a change. It is going to be towards A that they're deciding to move this towards after a little bit of mid pressure.
This is interesting. First time we get to see this tested, this more active hold, and the paranoia goes a mile wide. Stall coming out as well from Boo with his paranoia does well. It allows them to fall back to the site. You can already see the shift across as well. Woot leaning heavier towards A, and it looks very choreographed from NAVI, and it's being witnessed and watched comfortably by Heretics. Again, one way's back up. That's not going to be going away. So what's the plan, NAVI? A high flash and just hope for the best. Yeah, they're going straight through it, but the stun's going to be there. Artis just kind of sent into the blender. There's no way through that. They had to give it a go, but that's all you're going to get. Shaoli's going to make a step closer to try and get up on the box, but it's just a challenge. And they're just being met by sheer resistance, Josh. There's no access. It's 13 seconds. They've run out of time, and they've run out of options. Yeah, the TP's there, but they ain't even considering it, apparently.
I think once they get the clock got to 30 seconds, though, Mini Poo's
He's on him! He's going after them. Sugetsu with a swift slap to the face, but still, this is clean work from Heretics, and they're just proving why they were the team to go to Shanghai. NAVI not looking up to the challenge here.
I think once the clock hit 30 seconds, NAVI felt like, oh, okay, we have to go A. Yeah, the one-way smoke's up, but like, we just got to be able to break through this. I think the option was there with the mid-pressure that they've done early on, and how Team Heretics kind of like does these gamble rotations and heavily just like over-rotates and goes for those retakes. I think NAVI probably could have done an audible through mid-courtyard, through the market into B, and they also had the Omen ultimate up that they could have used that for info or to just like speed that process up, and they choose not to do it, which signals like maybe there's something deeper going on here.
But I like this. This looks very reminiscent of almost the pistol round. Yeah. The additional layer of pressure towards CT puts a problem towards the hands, but Woot's there. Rien's is there. Look at the synergy and look at the crossfires. There is no access to these sites. Heretics, they know what NAVI want to do, and they're so perfectly placed for it. Sugetsu's position was revealed very early on, and I mean, again, the guy can do damage, but look at the minimap. Look at what's coming his way. There's no way out. He's got players left, right, and center, and a bit of aim training. Sure, God, that actually did look quite close, but a minute to play with. You got to do something here, Sugetsu. Show me what you got.
Well, he does have his hat to throw at them, get the information, and he is the only one that's really consistently shooting back for the side of NAVI right now. I mean, NAVI close to a round on A previously, but it just came down to Woot just getting a 3K on the site. Sugetsu here.
It's like pulling teeth, isn't it? It's just so difficult. Now, he's a little further ahead of the smoke, gets to dip back in, but again, double face, double swing. It's really robust. This is actually a joy to watch, you know, as if you're a fan of Valorant. It's very well handled. I liked what Na'Vi tried there, as something that you were wanting, that they explore a little further towards top middle, get that pressure going. But you saw how well Heretics seemed to respond to that. The fact that Woot found Ardis, the second they wanted to crunch towards market, pressure gone.
We're seeing this rotation from Woot every round, basically. Hey, I'm going to help you guys set up on A with a knife or a flash. I'm going to start rotating over towards B and just reinforce that whole top middle area so that they can't get behind our lines with the jet. But yeah, NAVI's been playing this map like they still have Gecko and Raze perhaps, or Neon, but they don't, so they have to do something a little bit different, and they're just not. And when they are trying to speed things up or change the pace tempo or change the areas that they attack, it's disjointed and their players aren't getting any kills.
So trying to clear some of Benji's util from market. You see that means that Woot's then a little bit more tucked towards that B side, earlier contact there, but I kind of like this, kind of feigning that interest towards market. They're still being, oh, God, Boo. That's beautiful. And Miniboo's waiting. He's still going to check this meticulously. I'm kind of hoping they would. But again, Boo's recleared it. He's already checked. No one's slipped the net. No one's going to be able to make it any further. And they're just drifting away. They're just not getting anything they wanted to. Yeah, it's a sheriff and, you know, a little bit of a rifle round. It's not going to be the end of the world, but the problem is the scoreline. You know, at some point, misfortune or not, they haven't got a round. And it feels like they haven't got that close to a round yet.
I don't even think they've had an opening kill yet.
No. And again, let's see what they got here. Ardis putting his life on the line, hoping for a follow-up. And Benji has slipped through, and he's got two for himself. Angel on the trade, but the back of the site is waiting as Woot. Flash there, going to force Angel to at least relinquish some control. That was a bit far. Woot hoping for the best, and Angel through this round. Yeah, that is tricky. And don't Heretics just know that?
Yes, they do.
Because they can leave it there and just go walkabouts. They can sit there and play for the fact that he has to plant.
He has to go B. He has to plant, and they're going to have the line on him.
Yeah. Boo getting ready. Paranoia is there. Away we go. Doesn't see him, so by process of elimination, they know where he is. Nice try, not good enough. Boo. Comfy again. NAVI, we're going to see something. I want to see some kind of heartbeat here, because it feels like they're flatlining. This is just not enough.
The way that they're playing almost looks like they need that attack side op to open things up.
Sure.
I feel like every round they've walked around, they've lost the duel. Not only have they lost the duel though, it's been like an untradeable duel that's not been set up by a flash, a dart, anything that kind of like takes someone off the angle. Yeah. It's just a straight up duel where Team Heretics' thing is like if they're trying to play this as like an Ascent comp and try to boil it down to be Ascent. I don't know if that's their goal or not. Then why not do a little bit more with middle? Like you can still do fakes. We haven't seen any fakes yet from NAVI. It's all been these grouped hits. We haven't seen this push-pull. But here's a fast. Oh man.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is just insult to injury, brutality shown. That, hey, you take that timeout, you're going to forget we might go aggressive? That's crazy, because we got ults, and we're just going to run at you. And you haven't been tested like this. Yeah, we've been taking a little bit of that A presence, but now we're going to double down. And it works out. So once again, they get that first pick. They fall away, and NAVI left to rot a little. Still have the option, though. They still have Ardis with that operator. We're still hoping there's some value to this. That's not what you want to be seeing. Desperate here, NAVI. They're trying to claw this one back, but already it's not looking good. Ardis desperate for someone to show for him. Wishing he was Sugetsu in that position almost, but he's going to have to dig deeper if he wants this, because, again, Heretics, I don't think they've heard the operator, but they seem very aware of the possibility, and look how prepared they are for that mid-presence. Another double check. Clearing, no one's there. Looking back towards B, quick call towards Benji, knowing that you're on the plate now. And attempting this top mid pressure with an op is difficult for Ardis. They need to win out on B as well. There's a lot on the plate here. And he just can't be proactive to it. Benji's gone down, so a chance here for NAVI. A plant at the very least. Heretics are backside, and the plant's been denied already. Xiao's now in trouble. Oh, it's gone from bad to worse. Heretics didn't look phased, Josh. They didn't look phased.
Yeah, once that timeout comes, it's a great call from whoever made it, whether it's Boo, the IGL, or the coaches, saying in the back, like, hey, they're obviously taking a timeout to talk about like what they want to do here. Get in their faces, disrupt whatever plan they're about to make. Unless the plan from NAVI was go really slow and be ready for an aggressive play here, like, you're going to get in their faces. The Hunter's Fury to follow up with the, you know, sending it in from Mini Boo. Once that new patch comes out, oh man, it's not even going to be fun.
God save us all. God save us all. I can't handle it. I really can't. Okay, we're back into this Artist Hero Rifle. You have to live up to that title of a hero here. That's the start they needed. A trade and then nothing else back. Again, Woot gets to kind of readjust position, play towards the side. He's always here. He's omnipresent on these approaches. The paranoia just going to maybe peter out a touch too early.
Exactly where you are.
Information going to be found, yes. Still, what are you going to do with it? You're still stalled out here. Where's the go?
I don't understand. You use the hat, you get all the information confirmed, but you use the drone, but you don't even go in with it. There's something going on with NAVI, and it's not that good right now. They need to figure out a way to just, like, just do something.
Yeah, they're stalling out here. Now, maybe this pause has been enough that it's drawn away one of the players. Sure, Benji has gone back towards B, leaving 2 here. They maybe don't expect this pressure coming in from elbow. Maybe, I don't know. But that dart should confirm there's at least 2 players here, because I don't think he got noted on the knife, so they should be aware of what's coming their way. Rienz is coming over, Benji's on the way, but the plant's going to come in, so NAVI, at the very least, get a plant. Going to be saving the ult for the post plant as well, going to make things a little bit more difficult. Rienz not going to be able to use that utility. Nor Boo. It's Angel taking space.
Just give the Vandal to Sugetsu here.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got light armor and everything. Yeah, okay, that's a little strange, but Zipan not going to be clean on that first shot, gets information, but at this point you need to draw blood here, hold them back. Rien's going to be challenging already and overwhelmed. Zipan's fallen. Things getting a little dangerous. What is... Okay.
Well, that's a start.
That's not bad, because that didn't even get to halfway, so that is actually pretty important, but there's only so much you can do. Woot's having an absolute tear of a game. Defuse is going to be fine. Sounds close, but it's not. There's... NAVI felt like they were so close then, Josh. It felt like they'd almost got something, but it felt disjointed, though. They were stalled out. They were bits wrong. It didn't... I don't know what's going on here.
Like, we saw like 3 instances in just this one round of them kind of being like stalled out, disjointed, or indecisive.
Yeah.
We see the hack go off, the confirmed info, the drone, no
Aldrin.
follow-up. Then they move into the next section. They are able to get the spike plant and stuff.
Oh my God, Woot, bro!
He is 21-5.5.
Yeah.
God damn. Like, he's actually nuts.
I don't know what's going on.
I mean, this is a, you know, it's one of those games where it's almost hard to cast in a way, because you're waiting for NAVI to kind of catch up to things and do what you expect, because NAVI are a good team. They were that almost 3rd team you thought may have been able to make it to Shanghai, you know, one of those performances. And maybe it's this map. Maybe this map isn't there, but...
we can hope.
Yeah.
It's like the meme of like the stick poking the thing and do something. It's NAVI, do something.
Yeah, you're kind of right. And again, I like how NAVI play. When NAVI look good, they look great. And there's something to be enjoyed about when they're playing their best. They're a beautiful team to watch, but this isn't it. I think all of us can say that quite comfortably. But again, coming into this, not many excuses here for them. First real direct challenge towards a B site. And Boo, freebie, finds Zipan straight through the smoke. Benji might get tested here and actually gets away with murder. Doesn't get checked on, gets slipped back, takes a second glance, and even takes Angel with him. And one by one, NAVI are coming through and they're being eviscerated. What can Sugetsu and Xiao do? Xiao does have the TP and it's time to go, but look who's on the way. The monster himself. The man who has been absolutely stuff of nightmares. Woot, 21-5. I'd be happy with that in the whole game.
Yeah.
And Sugetsu gonna have to drift over and try and keep some value here. Gonna at least slow down a little bit for Rienz.
Normally in a situation like this, Woot walking out is kind of weird, but because he is 21-5, he's just walking straight out, taking that 1 versus 1, realizes he's off site. There goes Rienz though. Winnable situation for NAVI. Possibly putting the first round on the board.
Yeah, but it's Woot. Until I hear that spike ticking a little faster, I don't believe it, but Sugetsu is gonna secure them 1. 11's all they get. He's giving it. I love it. I got like, there is one part of me that just loves the fact that Heretics are actually willing to start getting a little bit, you know, get a personality to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're up, they're giving it. It's good fun to see. I mean, you're sat on 22-6. Like, why not? But yeah, this is the first time we've seen it. And I mean, I don't know if we could chalk that up to a difference in approach. I mean, it was around where Sugetsu got them around.
Yeah. And I wonder, like, did Heretics level up in Shanghai? Is this like a new version of them where they've just like permanently raised their floor? Is this NAVI just kind of tumbling down a little bit?
It could be. I think we need to see the rest of the map pool. All right, the rest of this game. Once we start with, when Bind comes out, I better see night and day for NAVI. I want to see a whole new team. Like, hey.
What if they're running this comp on Bind?
Don't start with me. I can't handle it. I've been away a little while, all right? I've been in the Sliggy rehab center, just chilling out in chat.
I've been away.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but you had other things going on. I've just been, left all on my own. It's terrible.
So that's dangerous.
Yeah, honestly. Brain rot is at an all-time high. This could be over before it starts, however. Let's have a little look at the pistol. NAVI, gonna need to start things off with a bang, and that is perfect. 2 quick kills. And Heretics willing to just take a bit of a fight here. Benji only gonna get 1, leaving down to Rienz and Woot against 4. This is a long road back. Very long. Don't know.
There's still chances for NAVI to give this up. They have the huge opportunity. Not only did they get a first kill this round, they got the follow-up, they got a trade, they beat together. Ooh. If this is NAVI waking up, finally, this might be a game. But I mean, 11-2, it's such a tall order for them. The best case scenario is that they're going to be warmed up for that buying type of thing. If they're able to take this to OT or end up winning 13-11 somehow, honestly, props to them.
Yeah. And again, kind of coming back to your point, if we're, maybe the NAVI perspective, we need to see the rest of the map. Well, Bind at least on the horizon, and how good they look on this side. But for Heretics, I think there is some real validity in what you said of them getting maybe some further confidence in capability after the back of Shanghai. You walk away second place, you lose out to Gen G, who looked out of this world. Fair enough. No one's going to discredit you there. It's a big confidence boost, but back into this. And to scatter away from that. Do see players in the right place. That's a lot of info for Angel. At least 2 spotted there, and a 3rd. So yeah, perfect work. That's going to be a lot of information going their way. For Heretics, they don't particularly have to rush much, as they do have 11 rounds to their name.
Setting up for the long game is all you need to do if you're Team Heretics.
Angel's going to be isolated. Christ! Boo's absolutely banged him out. Angel's gone down. That's luckily not a rifle to be picked up. I think he only had the ghost. So again, not the biggest harm, but off the back of 1 flash and a smoke, they've got themselves at least a pick and potentially a plant. Xiao's taking away Benji. Let's look at what this post plant can do. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, please, how is this getting even close? Still a Sheriff with Boo, a Ghost with Woot, and just the classic with Mini Boo. And we've got rifles, we've got a Guardian, we've got all we need, and Woot's gonna get checked here. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my good god. Okay, 1v1 Boo, 25 HP, a smoke to play with. Sugetsu on the ankle!
Oh no!
Ah, it's all but done. It's all but done. Wrap it up. Get out of here.
Can I just point out that NAVI...
No, don't.
they do this, they have this buy, which is really good on round 2s normally, where they go 3 big guns and then 2 people keep pistols, so that they can budget their economy for the rest of the half. They have a really good bonus round on round 3. But when you're down 11-2, you can't afford to do that. You have a Ghost going down early, untradeable. You have a Marshal in the on Artis, so you're on 2 big guns.
Yeah.
So when Team Heretics does this 2 Sheriff buy, they're able to basically equalize it so easily.
Well. 12 rounds. Hopefully we have how many chances already written on the screen. As it's a long old way back. Let's see. Because in case Heretics needed more confidence after that first half, turning that second round, yeah, brilliant. Good stuff. Already looking to just kind of show presence towards middle, but still holding somewhat of a default, so still having Benji over towards that B push, and on the other side, of course, Boo. Xiao getting a little interested now, of course, because of that buy in the second. They do at least get the 2 big boy rifles, a Guardian, and 2 Sheriffs, so there's still a bit of fight to this round. Kind of systematically playing these players up middle. Do still have Mini Boo here. So Sugetsu not going to get the freest route he'd want. They've drawn the rotation, and they're going to try and back towards that B side. 40 seconds now.
I do wish Angel would give the good weapons to his teammates more often. This is an old debate from from a different game.
30
I've
seconds
heard of that
left.
one, I think. But I could imagine there's some validity to it, but for now, let's see how this goes. Already pressure towards the side. 20 seconds, they got to stick the landing. Mini Boomwoo just massacring them, and already Benji Fishy's there. 2v2 now. 15 seconds. Down to just Xiao, and it looks like it's all but over. The Blanc gonna come
10
in.
seconds left.
Xiao only with that Sheriff. Full kit to play with, though. He does have the util. Paranoia, the 2 smokes, could be vital. Maybe a rifle, close enough to hand. I'm wondering where they play this post plant from. Yeah, sitting deep towards main. Does have the smokes, gonna smoke the spike.
Wonder when that dart's gonna come off. Cooldown for re-ends.
Yeah, but again, it's just against the wall here. Someone's got to check this.
Ping
Hello?
and spam.
Hello. There we go. Okay, that's halfway. Not bad for Xiao. Time's gonna start running down. You can see that paranoia in his head as well, wondering about if there's a wrap coming in or if someone's on the other side, but he's gonna go for this one. He's desperately gonna go for it. Perfectly done by Xiao. Cool under pressure with the Red Bull clutch. Getting Na'Vi out of a very, at least quick, first map and extending play a little further.
That was very interesting. You would expect that there would be more like ping spamming happening on the spike, and maybe they were waiting a little bit too long for that dart to come off cooldown so that they could use that, but it was already halved by that time. Oh, very interesting. It looked like Team Heretics was just like, oh, we already won. Let's just be like kind of celebrating already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop the ball a little in that round. Complacency could be an issue, but again, right back to business. Mini Boot, what? Just right up the guts. I mean, a nice try, but Xiao, all too prepared for that. So many players towards top middle, ready to greet that. And Heretics starting to take.
You have the man advantage, Angel.
Right here.
He has 45 health. You see that he wants it,
He
but
wants to go
you
in
don't
there.
need it.
But it's Angel. He does what he wants. It's already a 4v4. Plan has come in. He's ahead of this. Gonna pop the ult, and he's got it well. This is capitulating now, isn't it, really? 4v2, Xiao and Sugetsu. Gonna need some more from them. Sugetsu got the one of the rounds, but I think it was a 4K. Xiao obviously with the defuse, but how much more is in the tank? It's a 1v4. It's done. Wu gonna wrap it up. Put a bow on it. 13-3. That was a quick game, Josh.
That was a very quick one. We're really interested to see kind of more would be like an improvement, but unless they're getting a heck of a lot more, we're not going to see them getting anything close to the amount of rounds that they need to win the actual map. So
very true.
And talking about 100 Thieves and copying them, Team Heretics beat them, didn't they, on this map? So
yep. Hey, let's see. Show me what you got, Navi. Map 1, write it off. Get out of your mind, not a problem. Sugetsu is being hunted down. Live like a dog is one of the phrases I've heard before, but Zipan does well. This is nice from Na'Vi. A clean start. Yeah, Benji did strike back, but by now they get the plant down. But look at this, a little bit of a retake coming out from Benji. Doing so much damage, finding 3, and now he's got 2 left to fight. What is going on?
Imagine.
He almost had it. He almost had that. Like, I want to watch it back just from Benji's POV, because it felt like he was just invisible to their eye. Somehow, he was able to just find the perfect position. I got so nervous at the end. Artist does make it out on 40 HP, does get Na'Vi the pistol, but Benji was fired up. Have a look at that. So that's how it started, timing on that. But yeah, Benji got to survive the massacre coming out of Hookah.
Last player standing.
God.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, that was close.
You know, if he got the kill on the backside and then they ended that 1 versus 1, that would have been an ace too. Oh, that would have been nasty, gnarly, up for contention for like best clip.
Bloody
but
hell. Okay, well,
a good start for Na'Vi. You know, 1 round this early in the game is promising.
I am an absolute addict for an outlaw. I love this gun. I don't know why.
I do too.
It's so nice, and it's such a punish on these sort of purchases. And very well equipped, and that's going to be ringing the alarm bells, right? You hear that, you're like, okay, we can't be too overzealous in any of the peaks we take.
Especially on light shields for Sugetsu. He has the ghost and light shields. The only person that can really withstand a shot is Artis.
Okay. And Artis is actually rotating over towards the B side. Now, there is still a player here, so they've left Mini Boot to kind of keep their attention drawn. Doing that rather...
A 4th.
Oh my god, yeah, they really pulled this over. Xiao does still have his molly, but I mean, I'm not sure they can disrespect that. Just a high dizzy to try and clear the initial angle. He can retake this one. And he's been punished. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Just made to look a fool of. And that's the site open. They don't know the level of success they've had here. Na'Vi put all their eggs in that B basket, but look at the Miniboo's positioning as well. Do they consider it? You can see that Zipan's thinking about it, which is good. But these steps aren't quiet, so they're going to hear this. Hello. And bye-bye, Miniboo succeeding across the map as well. The other two players?
I think he knows that they pushed. They're going to expect the flank.
He's got an inkling for sure, but again, you can imagine the time by the fact Angel's already down on 9 HP. This isn't looking good. They're starting to address that back line. Artist does find Boo, but then again, you're going to flip that, and you're going to imagine the same thing with Miniboo. He's going to get himself the upgrade as well, and he's going to be a late presence. So Angel already has to turn around. Stunning shot from Woot. That's Artist gone. Sugetsu, an unknown quantity, but so many targets, so few opportunities, and Woot is just dirty. This is beautiful from Heretics. Clean stuff there, turning the tides, and again, that Outlaw doing wonders.
That Outlaw is so good on these attack round 2s against people that don't purchase those heavy shields. But something that was a little uncharacteristic of Team Heretics there that I liked a lot was usually at that second interval, around 55 seconds, 50 seconds left, that's when their main hit comes. It's very kind of characteristic of them for Miniboo to be, as the Rays in hookah, pressed up at such an aggressive angle to pick off the rotations, get that pick. But what he did after that was so smart. Instead of going and wrapping back to his team, he actually went back through defender spawn very late. And Sugetsu was spending so much time and effort trying to like check for him. And that slowed down the retake for Na'Vi so much.
That was lovely, toying with that expectation of timing. And now we go back in. Na'Vi's purchase going to be lacking in quite a few areas. Light shield and a guardian for Sugetsu, yes. Bits and bobs here and there. Benji's, I was going to say, has a fair fight. Oh my god, come on. It's just like the pistol round all over again. Benji making light work of 2. Sugetsu, go on, show us what you've got. Not enough, too many targets, not enough time.
Last player standing.
Yeah, move on, spin on. That's second for Heretics. NAVI going to be kind of forced to heal here. It's going to take a second or two, but I mean, they've got to fight back, right? Because already Heretics look good. Just so confident as well, which is the scary part. I think there is something to be said about Valorant, especially in its current state and the next patch, that confidence is just going to snowball you as well. And Heretics are backing themselves, right so.
Especially in like the kind of like the style that Team Heretics plays their attack side, which is these like 4-man death balls. They try to do it on different timings, whether it be they walk up and explode on some off timing, or it's like a straight up hit right off the start of the round, or it's a second interval. Hey, we're gonna figure out what's going on, group up, and then do something as soon as our stuff comes off cooldown. But here we go into another really early round. Judging U-Haul.
And it was just so well crafted. I mean, everything's crossed off. The flashes are good. Artists just get swept aside. Heretics just walking through the site. I mean, I liked what we saw there from Miniboo, but it was played in by Rienz as well. It was just very well-rounded, leaving very few options for Na'Vi if they wanted to hold that space, especially against a flying Raze with a judge. Now, yeah, Benji's a little low, so there's a possibility, but there's still that 3-man hit squad. What a Shao dude had clear. He's still got a molly. Angel gonna try and dip away from that, but Benji all too smart, all too aware of it. Well, this is now looking, yeah, done. 3 for Heretics, quickly found 2. Again, might need an early pause for Na'Vi if they continue being run over like this.
Anything you can do to kind of slow the approach of your attackers. I mean, they won the first map 13 to 3. So it's like, at what point do you want to pop that pause?
Yeah.
I feel like any time that you can get some rounds built up, so you have a buffer going into especially the second half. This is your map pick. It's map 2 of a series. You need to start getting rounds.
You're right.
Why not just pop that whenever?
Yeah. No, I fingers crossed we see it. Again, shout out to the replay team for that one as well. Love you guys out there. The nameless replay team, you know. Shout out to you. They only have names when I'm trying to blame them for something. You know what I mean? I normally say producer Kevin. He's not a producer anymore, but it's always his fault.
Yeah,
it's classic.
fair.
Yeah, Alberto gets away with murder. As it stands, Heretics kind of pausing here, maybe expecting some aggression, knowing there's that lighter purchase. Maybe it's time for them to kind of just get the lay of the land here. Don't need to overly do anything. We saw how much trouble it was to hold towards that U-Haul area. So again, the burst on the site. Heretics very comfortable in this so far. Zipan isolated early, he was the man with the gun, so again, him removed, there's difficulty here. One bonus, I guess you could say, is that Angel has slipped through a little bit, but he's already been checked on. Miniboo very heads up about that. And a couple of players in the back line, so there is a little bit of threat. but they are with Sheriffs. They're going to need to hit some shots here. Artist going to be the first. The trade to come in. They get the threat on the site, not going to be amounting to much. And the last man now noted, Sugetsu. He's damn good, but he's going to need 3 more of those, and they got to be cleaner than that one. And they ain't going to let it happen. Yeah, triple face there. Good luck finding somehow all of them. And Heretics just continuing. This is now kind of starting to feel a little bit like map 1. I do want to see what Na'Vi do now back on the buy, though. This is the telling one for me, Josh.
This is going to be a huge round, not only because Na'Vi is kind of like trailing a few rounds, but also because they have 3 really good ultimates on line right now. They have Thrash available, they've got Showstopper, and they've got Nightfall. So if they're going to invest even one of those, let alone 3 of them, they need to come out with a round win. If they invest like any of these and it's only matched by Rienz using his own Thrash, that's not good enough for Na'Vi.
Okay, so they need clear wins. Let's see. Standard default coming out from Heretics. Again, probably expecting that Na'Vi will want to be a little proactive or maybe find an opportunity to utilize some of these ults that they have. First real show of intent over towards A. Dizzy invested, but no follow-up behind it. You can see how steadfast Heretics are in this hold. And Na'Vi will be able to get an early read. Going to go through a 3-man play towards that B site. Shouldering the angles, no early challenge. We're already getting towards a minute here, so Heretics happy to let this simmer for a little while.
Yeah, and this is what Heretics does on this map. They mix up their kind of tempos. So sometimes they're waiting, really spread apart, holding for all the aggression. And sometimes they're just grouping up, instantly walking up and exploding on an area. So Na'Vi really don't know what to expect coming into here. And it's going to be a really explosive play right now.
Yeah, and I wonder if Zipan gets isolated. No, he's been able to fall back in time, but Angel going to backpedal. The Shadow find Miniboo, and already Heretics going to be held in the blender, finding it hard to find that springboard towards the site. TP gets taken, they don't even know about it. Artist going to capitalize. Quick little trade out, yeah, through the wall, but 38 seconds. They're running low on time. Na'Vi with the bodies in the right place here. And a 2v4 would be unforgivable for Na'Vi to lose. Left. So they have to be steadfast. They have to be assured in what they're doing. Benji still sitting pretty, and this man's a danger. We know what he can do. Bit of a clutch master himself. Woot. Scary angle to try and clear. Did have util to go for it, but no. Not going to happen now, Na'Vi. Make it through the first check. 2 rounds, 4 standing. Yes. Using a little bit of utility, a couple of those ults come into play, or at least I think only one. I think it was just Angels at that point, but it worked out really well.
Yeah, it was just Angels, and I think this is another thing that Sugetsu's doing really well right now that we're not getting to see like the impact on the scoreboard of, but staying alive, getting that information in hookah, getting out. Perfect. Shao able to back him up there, or whoever got the kill, maybe it was Angel, and then Angel's able to follow up with a Nightfall. Everyone goes deaf, and now Artist, rotating from Showers, comes to the TP in the back.
Yeah, beautifully done. That's much better. That's what we want to be seeing, right? It's like...
Yeah. And they still have 2 more ults that they can use to secure even more rounds.
Getting very aggressive down B long, though. It really put Zipan towards deeper smoke as well. Kind of indicative that you're seeing something happen down here. It's only going to draw eyes. We can see where the vast majority of the hits coming in. Quick clear through. Artist going to welcome that challenge. Got to be careful, though. TP gets taken. Miniboo gonna get out of danger. Smartly done. Both players now gonna take that TP. That's very, very telling. This could put it all down to, oh my god, and Woot succeeds! Oh. And again, 3 kills back to back. That was meant to be the cavalry, but somehow they've overdone it almost. Do they then adjust here? Because you could walk into the unknown of Zipan, or you go back to what you know, which is maybe Sugetsu. They've almost done too well here. 50 seconds, 5 alive. Woot's still very aware there's a chance of an additional player. Still investing kit towards it.
You know Zipan was at the TP, he sent the Thrash through. Here's a perfect opportunity to send someone into the site. You got Wingman for that, who better? Get that spike planted, you know, find out where Sugetsu could be, and just close this round out.
Process of elimination will start being very telling that it's feeling like it's towards Shower or kind of, you know, this sort of area. Still aware that there could be a flank. Look at the positioning coming out from Boo. Look at this, tailor-made to catch someone like Zipan. Do you even clear it? No, you don't. Absolutely you don't. Boo there, taking the box for him. And Sugetsu kind of left to the freedom he had. There's no threat here. You can't defuse the spike from the Shower. So again, leave him to it. No problems at all. Credit there to Woot for almost doing too well. This guy is scaring me. I mean, we got to see him in Shanghai looking fantastic, obviously. But back into a more traditional role, still an exception to the rule almost.
Yeah, when you have a player like this that's on a character that doesn't necessarily have to go in first, and they're able to play out all the trades, play out all those clutch situations, it's really nice. Like, you just have so much freedom. It's like, you know, and then you also have like Benji as well on that back line, kind of making sure that if anything gets a little sketchy, you have someone that can come and close it out, either in the mid-round or the retake, the clutch, the post-plants.
Yeah.
So it's looking dangerous for these guys.
I mean, they're a well-rounded team. I think a lot of us were kind of curious at the start of the year if it was going to be consistent, if it was going to keep up.
Yeah.
We saw, you know, oh, they're a good team, some young players looking really solid here. But man, they're going strength to strength. It's a joy to watch. But Na'Vi, hey, they showed us a great round just a moment ago. And quickly, obviously, put back to test. But that was a one-off. That was one player getting 3 kills. It's hard to imagine that every day. But then again, Woot did have a monstrous performance on map 1. But still, repeatable success. And a default to start with. Maybe again, there's a little bit of aggression that Na'Vi have been toying with.
Where are you?
Poignant in Na'Vi's minds.
I think Na'Vi have to have better ideas when they have these ults online. Showstopper online for a 3rd round in a row. Now they have also Brimstone with an ultimate here. But they have been playing basically standard the last few rounds. They haven't done anything different.
Oh, and this time Heretics kind of going for that dry hit, right? Just kind of like creeping in, absolutely unaware. Considering that Dizzy wasn't even used in that instance where he'd been seeing him as the instigator before, and the Showstopper goes nowhere. Doesn't find what they want. And this is difficult now. Artis is an aimer, but not today. Woot's going to take that role from him. Rien's in tow. Sugetsu gets 1, and it is looking clear cut here. Heretics eyeing up that 6th round. And Zipan, well, they know he's been playing over towards B. He's been there the whole time. And you can find a challenger in the form of Miniboot. Zipan's going back in for a bit more. Don't matter. Miniboot's got him dead to rights. Heretics taking steps now, taking strides.
You have to take a pause here, a timeout for Na'Vi, because they've been playing basically the same game plan the entire way through. They haven't changed anything up. And this is not the first time, I don't even know if it's the second time, that Xiao has been one of the 2 players on A that's been jiggling from that Lamps U-Haul position and has died first and given up A site completely. Once it's like, okay, unlucky.
Players on Na'Vi are incredibly talented. Just got to see it kind of here in front of us. All of those small mistakes, Heretics will take that and run it a mile, right? They're not going to let you get away with it. That little contact walk up towards A was perfect. And then Artis had to respond, and you know, it wasn't by any means what you wanted. Now a little bit of a switcheroo here. Alt gonna come down this time. That's gonna be Artis then on patrol. What does he have to play with? Okay, just a little sting up, but I mean, that close range could do the job. I wonder how Heretics respond now seeing this.
Looks like they're shifting back towards A, like they want to clear this out. They do have the Showstopper on hand. They're very close to ultimate for Rien's as well. I don't think they're able to get that, like maybe if they get the orb and the spike plant.
He's got Wingman.
But it looks like they're just going to do, with the way that they're split around the map, they have one towards B long, one towards Hookah. It does look like it could be like fake A, go B. It could be a fake B, and then you're going to go out A and try to wrap the Viper. Very interesting to see kind of how they play this out. Nice headshot connection.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean,
there goes Sugetsu.
And he
there
gets
goes the ult.
Sugetsu. Do they consider Artis though? There is something. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. Artis is in danger. He's got players left and right. Can he fight his way out of this? They're pouring so much utility in. The spike has gone down. Quick little swing. Beautiful from Artis. Desperately trying to play his life. He at least got some value. But now it gets tricky. Now you've got 3 players against 4, and your HP is not pretty, and Woot's still alive, which is the final boss, apparently. Xiao and Zipan. Desperate for a shot, a stray shot to land. And Rien's still patrolling. Yeah, lovely. Zipan now. Gonna need some more. Drawn in. And Zipan doing very well. Benji down low here.
Oh.
He's got to have heard that. Time's ticking though. Shorty, it's all he needs. Benji is pinning a shorty and he's happy enough. Close from Na'Vi, but not close enough.
I like that reaction from Team Heretics. You saw how early into the round they made that reaction, that response to the Viper ulti at short A. They instantly started rotating the players towards Showers and knew that the end of the goal, end of round plan was, we're going to put a little bit of pressure on B, keep them here, execute out Showers with a Showstopper, and try to backstab the Viper, who might be unprotected or might be alone, whatever the case may be. And it worked flawlessly for them. They got out, they got the opening, they got the spike planted. Yeah, it got a little bit messy at the end there, but closing it out was Benji Fishy.
Yeah, he is an absolute closer in some of these rounds. I think kind of Cypher being one that caught our eye when he was playing towards that, but again, it makes no difference, it seems like. Sugetsu with an early check. And here comes the ult. Sugetsu needs to fall away, takes a lot of damage from it, and I don't know if they caught one with that. I don't think they did at this point, no, so they're still here to stand, and Sugetsu trying to deal with the flood coming his way. Beautifully done on the first. Follow-ups divine. Sugetsu trying to turret around for the third, but he can only do so much. Boo is there fighting back, trying to secure this plant. Finally, the ult's coming into play, and NAVI dealing with his high tempo play incredibly well, but they're evacuating, they're getting the hell out of there.
It's going to be interesting to see how Team Heretics decide to stabilize this round. They're 2 versus 4. The spike's getting planted now, but yeah, taking spawn at the same time as it's planted.
Spike
Not
planted.
really for spawn, though.
I'm a little scared when Woot's alive. I'm a little scared when he is alive. Now, his first challenger, probably towards CT, but keep in mind the timing on the playback through. Gonna invest the ult, and Boo's gonna find Xiao. It's getting easier and easier by the second. Boo gets detained, but this might even spur on
Player
Zipan.
standing.
Okay, good, clear. They know where the other player is. I don't think he's got time. Oh, he does have time for the rifle to come out here,
Hello.
but okay.
Imagine.
Oh, I got a little nervous. It felt like there was like a second for it to work out, but hey, rounds around if you're NAVI. You'll take that. 3 now on the board. There's still a ways to go.
Considering Zipan was the only player in spawn there, off the back of that Thrash, that was looking really scary. That 1 versus 1 duel on Heaven on Woot.
That was so good from Zipan to even check that, though. Credit to him. After, as you say,
Okay,
who did that?
Weber.
Was it Weber?
Yeah.
To be fair, Weber did very well. I was enjoying his little co-streaming moment with Sliggy. You know, he was out letting Neil Dino do all the work, and he was like, I'm going to nip on the co-streams.
Well
See you
then,
later.
work on your personal brand.
Yeah, I mean, look, his team got to the, got to the grand final. He's done enough.
True.
He's done enough. Lovely work. At this point, though, 3-7. See if NAVI can close that gap, right? This could then look like a nice competitive half. No early contact on the Prowler. Got to be a little cautious then. If you're Xiao, you might get a little bit more worried. So it might be coming your way.
Well, at least he's got a third player defending Ace in case he does go down early. But like at a certain point, when you're like 1-9, you have to think about how can I play a little bit differently that I'm not taking these straight up duels, and I'm able to, buy my teammates a little bit of time if I'm not able to win these duels.
So they still know about him there. They've just seen the molly go in.
Here comes
They
the
don't know
aggressive.
about this.
Yeah, this aggressive clear from Xiao is gonna get the info that they need, but Xiao needs to rotate over because Sugetsu's in hookah, and I don't know if he's gonna be having enough backup to get out alive. That Viper wall is gonna be kind of everything.
Okay, first tester. That's Boo. Again, they don't know everything yet, but looking how far Benji's gotten, this is going to be an interesting one. Okay, he's been cleared. So they now know somewhat of what's happened. They've re-cleared through. So this has all been read. So when Heretics go in here, there's no subtlety to it anymore. 30 seconds and they're making their way forward. Mini Boo, beautiful shot. Oh, come on! This guy just leaving corpse after corpse in his wake. And now it's just Angel and Artist. The 2 that went on the flank. Now, do they know that there was 2 there? Now they certainly do. Mini Boo is on for the ace. Crowd
Just do
wants
it.
it. Give it to him. Artist waiting.
Teammates, don't do it. Just get the info.
Go get him.
It's getting close.
Make him look at you.
Yeah,
it
he's
is.
got it. Never knowing defeat, an ace in the round. 8 for Heretics. Yeah, this guy is damn good. 8 rounds for Heretics now. Going to be holding that precious. As Navi's money as well is going to be left in ruins. Ah, just all gone to rot.
Doombro's stock's going up a little bit.
Potentially.
Let's
Potentially.
go, bro! And you would have thought, like, oh, they're changing the rosters up a little bit. They're changing the rules up.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
traveling. Maybe people are getting sick on all the travels, or after playing, like,
Burnt out, tired,
yeah,
jet
exactly.
lag. The classic North American excuses that you guys used to run. But no, they're fine.
Yeah.
They come back
they're
in
doing
looking, I don't want to say better than ever. I don't know, like Patitech did very well. They were in really good form. But you're right, all of those caveats that we were kind of discussing at the start of the day, you sit down, you do your little prep modes, and like, okay, Navi's had like time to work, the team that could have gone to Shanghai, all of these little like moments, you're like, okay, Heretics, everyone's seen what they've got, they'll be tired, they've had no time to practice, and here they are.
They're young. Their bodies kind of
Got
like
it, it's
yeah.
the age thing.
It's the age thing. Their bodies
makes
are
sense.
able to just like rebound from illness and all this stuff, and
And then there's
quick
us.
recovery. And then there's us. one
Absolutely
drink, and
haggard.
then- yeah.
And a tentative start here, but for Sugetsu, I'm wondering how he reads into this. He hasn't seen much more than just Miniboo thus far, but again, the utility invested on top should reward a rotation, which it has done. Third player drawn over. Heretics trying to be quite slippery about this.
I think Angel might need the hospital bed with the IV drip after this one as a recovery.
30 seconds
Us
left.
30-year-olds share it. Don't worry. It's a nice rotation. But for now...
we have one booked out.
Yeah, it's all good. It's the worrying thing is this really comes down to Xiao here, who's not been having the most fun of times. And already, Miniboo's there. Straight in. Xiao's surrounded. Re-ends puts him out of his misery. Artist trying to, terror it out. Giving his stinger. But there's an army against him. There is an army firing against you. And Sugetsu and Zipan. Yeah, tough one here. Dizzy, Wingman still in hand. Sugetsu does at least have a rifle. So a couple of, positives, but 4 players on the other side. Not easy. And no one giving them anything. You can see the discipline with Heretics. They're not going to... Big shot, okay. Game back on until the shorty comes out, and that's just horrific, isn't it? The scenes of it all. Sugetsu deaf, blind, and, well, left all alone here. Rotten way to go down as Heretics keep pushing that scoreline further and further away. This one kind of looking done here, if I'm honest, Josh.
Since the shorty was moved from 150 credits to 300, I haven't really seen it that much, but it's so nice watching a team that's absolutely just like slamming you, that they're able to afford like, oh, well, we have extra cash, so why not get the shorty? And now we're seeing a lot of shorty kills coming out towards the end.
Sorry.
He's got that dog in him.
Yeah,
He's young, he can do that. He came from Fortnite.
You're acting like you don't write in chat, far from me, dog. You're like, come on now. Come on now.
The last 6 years.
Okay, I've just made myself feel terrible because I still write that. Yeah, brilliant. 9-3, 3 rounds for Navi. I mean, trying. I'm trying. This is Artist taking as much space as he can, forcing Heretics towards the back of the site, and Angel trying to kind of capitalize on this one. Artist, very nicely done. Gets the first kill here, gets the ball rolling as the plant does come in. They've done what they needed. They've secured site. They've even cleared towards backside. They've got a lot of space here. And now comes the back line.
This has to be
Attention.
perfectly timed. Oh,
Oh,
man.
he thought he had it. It felt like he thought he had it. Turned away for a second.
Standing.
And now the 4, strong for NAVI. Re-ends with just, well, 0.5 of a teammate and Wingman. Couple of dented enemies, but... I always want to say makes it clap, and I can't. So, Xiao gonna find him quickly. Okay, I haven't been able to cast for a while. The professionalism's really gone downhill, you know?
Fair. I think Team Heretics wasn't like the stat about how they just win all these pistols all the time. Navi, I think this is the 3rd pistol win in this series so far. And it's like, they always lose around 2 right after it. So that's going to be the thing I'm looking out for.
True.
Is Navi able to convert this next round? And this is where the Navi 2 Ghost, 3 Rifle buy is going to come out into play. No Outlaws for the opposite side. So hopefully they're able to convert this if they play it normally.
It's only a sheriff. It's only one sheriff.
Yep.
And hands of Boo. Boo's not even having a, he's not been having a crazy game. He's playing, Brebby. He's doing fine. Should be fine. Classics and 1 sheriff. I'm going to keep saying it so I don't get nervous about it. As it stands, though, no subtlety to Navi's approach, being quite brazen in their approach towards B. I mean, they've got the rifles. They got what they need. They got utility.
Blow him up, Mosh.
Mosh going in. Paint shell there.
Nice body block.
Boo's got one. Boo's got one.
Oh, no.
It's only a sheriff. It's only a sheriff. It's only a sheriff. It's only a sheriff. It's, oh god, it's still a sheriff. Boo's had so many opportunities and he's still doing it. How is this happening? Navi, please. I beg of you, please. That's a pay safe card thrifty right there. Just so you know. Just a sheriff. It's only Boo with a sheriff.
I mean, I'd add a little bit more, contribute a little bit more, but the fact that this is like the 3rd time this series that this is happening is just taking the words away.
Look at them. It's just, like, what are you meant to do? And Navi are just getting like flashbacks. You know what I mean? It's just PTSD of the last couple of times this has happened. Horrific for them. Oh,
Well, there you go.
hello, Angel. Hello. No more of that, please. Okay, Dizzy gonna go in. NAVI gonna try and, you know, feign that this is the end goal. It's not.
Bring them down.
You're a lucky boy. How did you get away with it? How are you getting away with like daylight robbery? You look dead to rights.
Teamwork.
But it's fine. Yeah.
That's going to
I was, I was like right about to say, oh, this is like the other end of the coin of the NAVI buy on second round is that you get to get two Vandals out on the round 3. If you lose round 2, they get the first kill, 5 versus 4. Everything's looking good.
Yep.
They're walking up short A behind the Viper wall, and then this. What is this disjointed fight? You guys need to peek together. Look at how Team Heretics is backing each other up. There's always a trade. There's always a double peek. There's always like some sort of teamwork happening. But for NAVI, it's like one person's walking out this way. Oh, I got a kill. Oh, I got traded. What's next?
Yeah. I mean, go in. 11 rounds now.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
NAVI. I mean, Artis has been trying, I feel like, and does get some high-value kills here. Last round, I mean, the pistol round was pretty much all his. And going to start it off again. Boo going to be dealt with quickly. Now, one player has managed to stay alive on the site, so Woot, I don't know how much he's been able to kind of ascertain from this, but even with the back clear from Miniboo, look at his positioning. He's so far away. Benji's just stunned there that close. Cleared out quickly, and now the site is NAVI's. Should be a plant on its way. Quite a comfortable one at that. Now, the flank's going to become interesting. See how that plays through here.
Yeah, the fact that Artis didn't really get to see this.
Yeah.
And he's waiting for a rotation still. He's going to probably hit the teleporter.
Yeah, prioritizing long here as well, looks like for Miniboo, but they have to keep their
Trigger
attention as
discipline.
well towards CT. Woot trying to play a little closer ahead, and here comes the first. Gets as close as he can, see if he can find any more. That's going to be one found. Spots a second one. Good damage, good kill. Miniboo doing well. Now the other two need to be involved here, but Zipan keeping them back. Keeping them further away from CT. Lovely work from NAVI. That's much better. Well handled. 5th for NAVI.
Team Heretics was doing a really good job. They knew we're at a huge disadvantage. We need to play this perfectly right now in a 3 versus 5, whatever situation. Wait for the flank to develop. Let's keep them occupied, looking at us in the meantime. Artis did not know that that player snuck into the back lines. But there was nothing to kind of like line it up. It was, I have one target here, it's the Viper. I just need a Pops to get to right now.
And hope.
And hope that there's more that I can see. He's able to get the second on Angel, but everyone else is tucked away way too well. And it was just like, unfortunate that they didn't get the opportunity, but NAVI with 5 now.
Yep. Okay. And this could be a nice springboard round, right? You've got a couple of big ults here, Angels and Xiaos. So this could be huge. These are really instigating ults that could do very nicely for them. But okay, let's see what we're in for this time. Just looks like a default. Looks nice and patient from NAVI.
This is the same opening that Team Heretics was doing a lot of their attack side rounds as well. NAVI with these ults, as you pointed out, they have to come out with a good idea, a good strategy behind it.
They're playing a 4-play stack as well, Heretics. They put 4 players towards A, leaving all of the rest to just Boo. Boo's on his own at B. Now, I don't know if it's just a good read from Heretics, potentially, maybe understanding what Navi's tendencies are, but this is going to be the start of things, and Benji had nowhere to go. So this could be the springboard, but they still need to be on point here, because there's a lot of players from Heretics on this site, and Woot is one of them, which is the biggest threat possible, as it stands, it feels like. So now with the 2 remaining, what does Zipan and Sugetsu do? Already the space being taken from Boo on the other side of the map, so they know they're not coming around. Plant can be toyed with, so Boo can speed up a little. He can pick up the pace a touch. He is very disconnected, so it's kind of just a 2v2 at this point. On the timing from Woot here. Drop of the wall. Beautiful from Sugetsu. Good trade. But now timing re-ends. He's still keeping track of where where Zipan's trying to get to, but Boo's finally made it on over. Zipan! It's cleared in the end. Thought he might have been able to bring that to a 1v1 at the very least, but no. Diffuse is there, and that's going to be 12.
I love the gamble sacks that Team Heretics does on their defense side, especially, I don't know when they specifically do it the most, but when they're against multiple ults and on very specific rounds in the game, they will do it. Sometimes the gamble doesn't work out. That's why it's called a gamble. Sometimes you guess the wrong site, but when it does work out, it looks so good because you look like geniuses. Like, how did they know that you were going to go A? How did they know all this? They just started there like that from the start. It's not like they got information or conditioned a certain way. They're just like, let's just start 4 people here, his Thrash online, and then just do a super combo with ultis just to close out the round. They only need 1 more round. Why not just stack up all the ults that you can and just dump them all on NAVI all at once?
Let's see what they go for. What do they opt for here?
Go get him.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Early investment. Crash going in. Clears through towards Hookah.
You want
Able
more?
to collect that. It's an early show. But that's about it. Now keep in mind that they've had eyes on towards B-Long the entire time. So they have quite a large amount of information. And look how deep the rest of Heretics are playing.
Yeah.
Thrash is
Heretics
ready.
pushing off that info. They're playing the retake on A, both ultimates safe on A, playing for basically information. Here comes a super flank, and by the time NAVI is able to go and hit A, here come the ult and here come the flank all at the same time. It's going to be beautiful to see if it's able to be executed in the way that they have in their heads.
Thrash isn't done with you!
It feels like Heretics can see NAVI. It feels like they've read this to perfection. Look at Woot's positioning. Cool, calm, and composed under pressure. A victim found and a target made. Already with the follow-up as well. Woot's running absolute havoc on them, and that's going to find Shao. They're down to 2 now. Angel and Zipan. There's nothing more to do but die. Heretics picking up where they left off. Looking outstanding.